Hello, all you folks out there in YouTube land. Thrash Pondo here, and I bring news and information. And before I get to that, I give you a plea. Please, please, please like, subscribe, forward, like again, forward to somebody else you hadn't thought of the first time. Let's get the ball rolling, folks. Now, with that shameless self-promotion out of the way, I bring news and or updates. And this update is a bit of a fun one. I have an in embryonic inconception of a new game. This game is going to be called The Last of Us, with apologies to the once amazing TV show, which in its second season has, try to be nice here, failed to live up to the potential of the first amazing season. And that actually might be a little too fair. One could actually say, I have not seen a show diminish so much in quality and fan appreciation since Galactica 1980. And ooh, I really shouldn't say things I can't take back. But enough of this banter. Anyway, the concept of this game, that is The Last of Us, is that I take a well loved show, a very loved show, in fact, a show that I can almost guarantee no person on this channel will have seen and not liked, and yet at the same time, I find the worst episode ever. Now, here's where the game comes in. You folks have to guess what that episode is, and I will give you four selections. This will probably be some way incorporated into one of my trivia games where there will be 10 shows and you have to guess the least favorite of each. But I thought as a free sample, we would just do one, and what better way to start than Star Trek? So without further, I'll do Last of Us Proof of Concept Test Screening Part 1. The selections for possible worst episode of Star Trek TOS of all time are, drumroll please, A. And the Children Shall Lead, Season 3, Episode 4. B. Spock's Brain, Season 3, Episode 1. C. Patterns of Force, Season 2, Episode 21. And D. Balance of Terror, Season 1, Episode 14. And in case, like some Trekkies, you don't bother to commit all the titles to memory, what I'll do is, in my routine repeating of the selections, I'll give you a brief plot synopsis. Oh, and by the way, no one go to IMBD while I'm doing this, by the way. When you cheat, you're only cheating yourself. Oh, and yes, that is, in case you're wondering, well, gee, Thrash, you're being awfully harsh. No, 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 no. This actually comes from IMBD reviews. So, according to IMBD, worst episode ever. And I'm sure if I wanted to keep this going for years and years and years, I could use Rotten Tomatoes and other sources as well. But for the sake of today, it'll be IMBD. And those choices once again are A, and the children shall lead, and that's the one where the Enterprise goes to a side of a science colony and all the parents are no longer with us, and the children find themselves under the control of a evil angel that they refer to as, ironically, friendly angel. B, Spock's brain. Uh, self-explanatory. That's the one where a seemingly technologically unadvanced civilization steals Spock's brain for the purposes of keeping their city alive. C. Patterns of Force. That's where a Starfleet commander goes to a backward primitive planet and institutes a sort of modern Third Reich approach in uniting the people, or D, Balance of Terror. That is effectively a World War II naval maritime epic set in space. And I think I've dragged my feet long enough. The correct answer is, of course, A. And the children shall leave. Yeah, believe it or not, it wasn't Spock's brain. I would have bet the ranch on that. And actually, another little surprising factoid: Patterns of Forest, which is possibly my second least favorite episode, and I could do a whole show on that, and maybe I will. But that actually made it into the upper half. That's actually a better than average episode. And Balance of Terror is actually in the top three. That's the one where Mark Leonard plays the Romulan commander, and he's actually really, really good. But as far as And the Children Shall Leave, now that's the one where, believe it or not, the evil angel is actually played by a man called Melvin Belai, Enemy Below, speaking of naval epics. And it's considered to be the worst. Apparently, Spock didn't even want to do it. In fact, he was complaining to the producer, said this script is horrible. I don't want to do this. And to be mean, the producer says back to him, this episode will be what Muri was supposed to be, which really hurt Spock's feelings because Mr. Nimoy was really, really proud of Marie. Marie or not Marie, but that's another story. But anyway, yes. So, And the Children Shall Lead, according to IMDb, is the worst of the original 80s Star Trek episodes. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you'd like me to expand, please do. If you'd like me to talk about the other episodes at greater length, I'd be happy to. If you like this game and want to see me do more of them, all you gotta do is ask. In fact, you probably don't even have to ask. I'll probably do it whether you want me to or not. And now for the news and updates. Couple of important things. One, if tonight is still May 22nd, and I'm guessing most of you will watch this after the premiere date, but tonight, May 22nd, I'm going to be going on live with Sister Sarah and Snark and Sass, and we'll be doing a Thursday night live chat general Q&A preferred. That is if I still have power. There's a nasty storm plowing its way through the Northeast as we speak. While we're on the subject, next week, next Tuesday, to make a long story short, gentleman, friend of channel by the name of Craig has thrown down the gauntlet and challenged me to a dad joke challenge. Yes, this will be a duel of the dads, and we're going to be presenting our dad jokes, and you, the viewers, will decide who the best, or the worst, I should say, presenter, I guess I know where that one's going, is and shall be. Now that's going to be next Tuesday. The time I saw was 1 p.m. I'm not sure that's the right kickoff time, but it will be next Tuesday. Knock on proverbial wood. Oh, and one more thing you folks should watch for coming down the pike. This the 30th of May. I will be joining Kevin and the rest of the entertainment headquarters gurus, and we're going to be talking about one of my favorite made for TV movies of all times, Bermuda Depths. If you have seen it, you're in for a treat. If you haven't, check it out while you still can. This one's going to be fascinating. Yes, May 30th, we're going to be doing a deep dive on Bermuda Depth, pun intended. And if you're very lucky, I will share with you the anecdote of the time many years ago where I vacationed at the home of Mr. Burl Ives. But that's another story. And speaking of other stories, I'm going to have to leave the current story because that's all I have for you folks today. So be good, be safe, be careful. If you are here in the New England area like I am, hunker down, win Gracie. And I'm looking forward to seeing you all again very, 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 very soon. Peace.